What's up, everybody? We are back with another product review. This time, we have products from Aldi. I decided to stop in at Aldi because I heard they had halloumi for like $4 a bag. Unfortunately, they did not have the halloumi. Though fortunately for us, I did find something else. They have a new keto line, and we're going to share that with you today. I have 4 products. We're going to taste each one. I said we. She's back. I can't get rid of her.
Like I'm the enemy.
I think that she really likes being on camera now. Or at least camera adjacent.
I don't want to be on the camera with my face.
What she wants is this to be a podcast.
I would totally do okay on a podcast.
I've tried to get us to start one together, but you know, the whole weak link is you.
Well, people will think I'm mean.
Well, you are.
I am. I'm going to try to not hate all of these.
I hope we don't hate them all. These are about $5 a box. I bought 4 boxes, 4 different kinds. The first one we have is Elevation Keto Bar Strawberry Nut. Keto friendly. These are 4 individually wrapped bars. They look like this. They are 210 calories, 15 total fat, 16 total carbohydrates, 11 dietary fiber, 3 total sugars, 0 added sugars. Looks like 15 grams of fat, we all know that. 5 net carbs per serving. The picture on the back makes them kind of look, I don't know, we'll see what they taste like. The picture on the back doesn't look the most appetizing. It's like the bag of chip problem.
There's a lot of air.
There's a lot of air. You, bag of chips, whatever, a lot of air. All right, it's pretty dense though. It's kind of squishy.
Tapioca fiber syrup. Macadamia nuts, whey protein, peanuts, dark chocolate coating, chocolate liqueur, erythritol, inulin, cocoa butter, soy lecithin. I always mess that up. Lecithin, vanilla, stevia, almonds, coconut oil, strawberries, sea salt, natural flavor. So, not the worst.
So where exactly in nature do we find this flavor? It says natural flavor. Can we go like walking through the park and find it?
I don't know. I imagine if you lick a tree somewhere, it'll taste like this.
Maybe. Maybe.
Maybe.
It's kind of greasy.
Yeah.
And mind you, these have been in our pantry, which is not a warm place. There you go.
Oh, that looks sketchy.
It smells good.
That is a negative ghostwriter. Oh my God.
I promise we don't pick products that we won't like. Honestly.
Oh. I had to spit that out. That's bad.
Okay, Link.
Oh.
I'll eat that because I bought them, but that's not flavorful.
So here's the thing. If it had the strawberry and peanut flavor, not horrible. But then there's chocolate chips in it. Who the hell decided that those go together? That's terrible. If you did strawberries and chocolate or chocolate and peanuts, okay. But strawberry, chocolate, peanuts, no. It tastes like a garbage can. Like you just randomly grabbed shit out of the trash, mashed it together and made it into a bar. Terrible. Bad. No.
Very bad. Not good.
How is it dry and oily? I'm not really sure how that was accomplished.
How is it dry and oily?
I don't really know how that's...
It's like dry wine. It's wet. You can pour it on stuff, but it's real dry. It tastes like old leaves.
No. Dry just means it's bitter in flavor.
No, I've had dry wine that just tasted like you just poured wet leaves over your mouth somehow. I don't know how that happened. It was just like, it was like a liquid that just sucks the moisture out of your mouth and all the hope and dreams with it.
Yes, that's what this does, but it's oily too.
I hoped that it was going to be good. I'm going to be dreaming that it doesn't exist.
Oh, you're going to be eating that box of them too.
I'll make Hunter do it.
He won't eat those.
He might. Next, we have the Elevation Keto Bar Chocolate Almond Brownie. This one has 180 calories per bar, 15 grams of fat, 15 total carbohydrates, 6 dietary fiber, 2 total sugars, and 6 sugar alcohols.
Do you want me to read what's in it?
Yes. 3 net carbs.
Ingredients are almond flour, dark chocolate flavored coating, which includes whey protein concentrate, polydextrose. Ooh.
I don't know what polydextrose is.
Multiple sugars. Polydextrose. Palm kernel oil, cocoa processed with alkali, non-fat milk powder, soy lecithin, salt, natural flavor, and sucralose, erythritol, coconut oil, inulin, cocoa powder with alkali, processed with alkali, almonds, sunflower seed butter, unsweetened chocolate, vegetable glycerin, natural flavors, coconut flour, flaxseed meal, water, sunflower lecithin, sea salt, mixed tocopherols, stevia leaf extract.
All right, let's try it.
That one has a puncture spot.
Yeah, their boxes are all different too, man. I had to cut the other one open because it had a piece of tape on it. It wasn't strong enough. 5 bars in this box.
Oh, now that looks like a brownie.
Okay, so we've got packaging looks a little, like it's almost Walmart style, but so this looks like a brownie. It looks dense. It's got some nuts on it. Let's see how it tastes. I'm hoping that it's at least as good well, what are those little Debbie brownies?
Like the cosmic brownies?
Yeah, the cosmic brownies. If it could just have the texture of the cosmic brownies, but be like a LaCroix of brownies, where it's like the flavor is like in the other room, but it's got the texture of a cosmic brownie, I think that would be a win here. You getting coffee?
Yeah, I'm getting coffee. Significantly higher quality than the last one. And in texture and taste, all the way around better. However, the ingredients are not as good. That polydextrose is trash. So you're trading in worse ingredients for better flavor. But this is good. This, I would actually go back and buy this. Didn't think you'd ever hear me say that, did you?
I didn't, to be honest with you. I mean, considering you never went and bought this one.
Exactly. I'd go back and do it again.
That is really, but it's weird that there's a coffee note in there.
I'm okay with it.
I know,
Coffee
but
and chocolate are amazing together. I would even eat that with a cup of coffee. This shit's good.
3 net carb isn't that bad either. The next one we have is Elevation Keto Bar Macadamia Nut Keto Friendly. This one's kind of set up the same way.
Yeah, as the first one.
Yeah, you see the back of the box. It has that.
Looks gross picture.
So this one's 210 calories, 16 grams of fat, 15 total carbohydrates, 11 dietary fiber, 2 total sugars, and 0 added sugars. 4 net carbs. So let's see what this one tastes like.
The ingredients include peanuts, tapioca fiber syrup, macadamia nuts, whey protein, dark chocolate coating, which is chocolate liqueur, erythritol, inulin, cocoa butter, soy lecithin, vanilla stevia, and then there are almonds, coconut oil, and sea salt. So again, better ingredients. Hopefully better taste.
So far, we're batting 500, folks. This one's greasy, too.
Oh, goody.
That one is leaps and bounds better than the strawberry one.
So, It's better because it doesn't have that fruity taste. But what it does taste like is if you've ever had that peanut butter that's just the peanuts.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like. Peanuts and salt. That's it.
There's like chocolate chips in there.
Okay. Peanuts and salt with a smell of a chocolate chip.
The texture, I think, is pretty nice. It's a little dense.
It's not as dry as the
It's not as dry, but it's still weird how they managed to get dry and greasy.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't mind this one as much.
If you were ranking them in order of so far, best to worst, this one would be in the middle.
It's not terrible.
No, but it just tastes like peanuts and salt. And you get a whiff of chocolate. It's not chocolatey. You get a whiff of chocolate.
But it's so greasy.
I know. You couldn't eat this in your nice clothes.
So don't eat this before going on like a job interview or like...
Going to work, going on a date. This is not the one that you pack with you when you know you've got somewhere else to be later.
Last but not least, I hope it's good. So far, we're at like 1.5 out of 4. We have Elevation Protein Meal Advance Bar. Keto support. It's chocolate peanut butter, 5 bars in the box. These are all about the same price, I do believe. Serving size 1 bar. Calories 240, 13 grams of fat, 23 total carbohydrates. Dietary fiber is 12. Total sugars 2 grams, 0 added sugars. Sugar alcohols are 7. Let me open this so I can show you what it looks like while she's reading the ingredients. This looks like a candy bar, so we'll see how it tastes.
The ingredients are protein blend, which includes soy protein isolate, whey protein isolate, gelatin, milk protein isolate. There's dark chocolate flavored coating, which includes whey protein concentrate. Again, there's that polydextrose, palm kernel oil, and cocoa processed with alkali, non-fat milk powder, soy lecithin, salt, natural flavors, and sucralose. Then there's peanut butter with ground peanuts, glycerin, more polydextrose, roasted peanuts, cellulose, inulin, palm kernel oil, natural flavors, peanut flour, gar gum, water, soy lecithin, caramel color, salt, and sucralose. So again, not the best ingredients.
All right, let's try it. This one actually looks like a legitimate candy bar. Reminds me of like a Fifth Avenue kind of looking bar, but I know it's not. It's going to disappoint me. It looks delicious. It looks like a real candy bar. I mean, it's got some questionable ingredients in here, but we'll try it and see what it tastes like. It's a good sign she didn't throw it across the room.
It's weird. It doesn't really have much for flavor at all. Again, I go back to chocolate flavored paste. Sorry, chocolate coated paste.
I'm at a loss. Part of me doesn't want that in my mouth ever again. Part of me thinks it's, well, not that bad.
It's non.
It's like unremarkable.
It's more than unremarkable. It's nothing. Like, I would rather just not eat it. It'd do, you know, if it was between that and dying, I'm sure I would eat it.
Elevation bars. It's better than dying.
But it seriously is lacking so much flavor. For all those ingredients, I don't get peanut butter. I barely get chocolate. I just get chewy.
It is very chewy.
Yeah, that's all I'm getting out of it. Chewy. I could chew a piece of gum and get more flavor and probably be more satisfied. It's almost like a Quest Hero bar, but it has so no flavor whatsoever that it's basically like a chewy nothing.
What I see something like this being good for is mindless eating. So it would seem we have a clear winner, the brownie.
I would buy those again.
I was actually thinking it would be our least favorite when I picked it up, to be honest with you.
It has the best texture and the most flavor and the best flavor. And even that hint of coffee, how they got that in there with literally no coffee written on the box, I'm not sure.
And I wanted to read what polydextrose was, just because I didn't know what it was. Polydextrose is a synthetic polymer of glucose. It is a food ingredient classified as soluble fiber by the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, as well as Health Canada, as of April 2013. It is frequently used to increase the dietary fiber content of food to replace sugar or to reduce calories and fat content. So, one thing I wonder about these low-carb foods is they have a higher fiber content. Are they just adding the fiber so they can subtract the carb count without actually lowering the carb count? I wonder if this is like ingredient gymnastics, if you will.
Polydextrose has a glycemic index of 7 to the 10th power.
So what does that mean? Because the glycemic index is a scale of 0 to 100, which maltodextrin, the reason why maltodextrin is looked at as negative is it's on a scale of 1 to 100, it's 110.
Oh, no, I lied. I'm sorry. I'm reading it incorrectly. Compared to glucose, which has a glycemic index of 100, polydextrose has a glycemic index of 7.
So 7 out of 100. So it's not terrible, I guess. Pure glucose being 100 and table sugar being 50.
And I guess it depends on probably where you get your information and what is appropriate or not. It does have a relatively low glycemic index. And from a lot of these are all .coms. They say that it doesn't particularly raise blood glucose. Again, everybody is different. Sweeteners of all kinds affect and impact people differently. But this is an abstract from an experiment published on pubmed.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov. And it does say that they did a study on polydextrose and their results showed that it had no significant effect on blood chemistry indexes. I'm still sketch. I still don't trust it. I still don't believe it. Dextrose, the word itself means sugar. Poly means multiple. So,
I mean, everyone's mileage may vary. So you may be able to eat these bars and have zero ill effects. You may eat these bars and your blood sugar goes crazy. My recommendation, get a blood glucose monitor.
check for yourself.
Check for yourself. After you have one, wait about 30 minutes. Check your blood glucose. Check again after about an hour, then 2 hours, if you're really curious. Now, if these are an every once in a while type thing, I really wouldn't be too concerned. The reason I bring this up is people see products with keto written on the box. They may not be too concerned with the ingredients. They may not be too concerned with the details. Now, I didn't understand this until I went keto. And then we started paying attention to labels. We started paying attention to ingredients. We started paying attention to the different kinds of oils and fats we used. Or we use. We used to use margarine because we were told that was healthy and, well, it was affordable. It was really cheap. A pound of margarine is like $1. These are affordable. They're about $2 less, maybe $3 less than Quest bars. They're accessible, or is it accessible? Mm-hmm. They're accessible because they're at Aldi. Aldi has the reputation, or Aldi is a budget-friendly supermarket or a grocery store, if you will. People will see these just like the keto zero carb bread that they have, or whatever it is, the keto bread that Aldi sells. I think all stores sell that now. All stores pretty much have some sort of zero carb or whatever sort of bread. I see these label gymnastics, I'll call them, where they say you have 5 net carbs, 4 net carbs, 2 net carbs, but the total carbs are off the charts. I think when you're first starting out, really should be more concerned with total carbs. I think that'll get you better results. And then as you see results, you can play around with the net carbs and see what works and what doesn't work for you.
And see how it affects you in your body. There are many things that Dustin and the boys can eat that don't affect them. And when I eat it, for instance, some of the breads, within 30 minutes, I have an instant nap time. Because my body is not processing whatever is in that food appropriately.
Now, the bread doesn't impact me in that manner. The breads and the low-carb wraps affect me differently. So I don't get the instant carby time, sleep time, nap time effect. I have a longer effect. So if I have these foods over the course of a few days, and I've discussed this in other videos, if I have these over the course of a few days, I can tell it's having an impact on me with inflammation. It impacts how I feel. It impacts my joints, my muscles. I get more stiff. My joints are achy. It's harder for me to get out of bed. And I mean physically get out of bed. Not like a mental issue where I'm depressed or whatever. I just can't get out of bed. But literally roll over and I'm sore and I'm stiff and I can't get out of bed very easily.
You're asking me to shove you out of bed.
I'm like, hey babe, can you shove me out of bed? But those are things you have to pay attention to. These kind of products are convenient. They definitely...
They serve a purpose.
They serve a purpose.
They're good in a pinch, good to have on hand if you know you're going to be having an active day and you're not going to have the time to stop and get something appropriate, or you didn't prepare lunch the day before and you've got to shove something in your face, you know. But they're not every day.
Products like this are not so helpful for me in my ketogenic journey, my weight loss journey, as I have issues with control over portions, control over foods like this, because they are so tasty. I want to eat 2 or 3 or 4 of them instead of just having the one once a week or so. I have a lot of difficulty with that. Now, I haven't had difficulty staying on keto, but the keto-friendly snacks are an issue from time to time. So that's definitely something to keep in mind.
Well, it's the same thing. Like when you speak with a dietitian, a majority of them say that keto is not sustainable. You can't stay on keto. Well, because it's really hard. There isn't a single diet out there that isn't hard. They don't call it diet because it's fun. And it sucks sometimes for everybody. And so learning your limitations and learning what makes it hard for you to stay on track, that's okay. And you need to know it. And sometimes everybody just kind of goes, you know what? I had a really crap week this week and I'm going to eat 3 of these chocolate almond brownie bars. And then tomorrow I'm going to get right back on it and I'm going to be okay. And that's all right.
Knowing yourself and knowing your limitations, your strengths, your weaknesses is the most important aspect of being successful in any part of your life. Not only with a ketogenic lifestyle or any kind of change in dietary habits, but it's going to impact you all across the board. I think that's where we'll leave today. I don't want to get too off the subject as we're talking about keto bars. But I appreciate you watching this video. In the comments down below, let us know if you've tried these, what you think. Let us know if you like her being on the videos. I like her being here. She makes me laugh.
Let us know what you think throws you off track and how you have a way of stopping that. Getting ahead of it.
What you do to make sure you're successful. And don't forget to like, subscribe, share with all your friends, and I'll see you tomorrow. Next one. Da da da! This one!
You just shook the whole table.
Yeah.